Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about trend lines and how to identify trend lines and the three types of trend lines and how you can make money with trend lines. All right, so the first type of trend line that we have is the no break trend line. This means that the trend line that I use had no breaks. Price did not break above the trend line. So the trend line is basically an indicator of the trend, right? It helps you confirm where the direction of the market is going. So how do I start using it, right? So I connect one dot to a second dot on the market, and then eventually, if price keeps hitting the same area, the same trend line, I know that for a fact that price is going to keep going on the direction of the trend line, which in this case price is going down, right? So this is an opportunity for you to enter at a with a confirmation, of course, for a sell, and you can make money on that same trend line. All right, so this is the no break trend line, and this is how I set it up. So let me go back, delete all of this. So I go back, I get this trend line tool over here, and then I start with one dot, like 1 point on the market, and I start to look for a second point. So I'm not going to do this and expect price to give me any confirmation or anything, right? That is not enough. So I start to look for points where the market kept retesting the same area. All right, so here you have basically another trend line over here, right? I can have as many trend lines as I want. So I have the second dot over here. It's the first one, the second one. I have the third, and then the fourth over here until price broke. And then on this trend line, price retested and reversed. All right, so if we connect the trend line how you want to do it, you can have a bunch of variations, but I like to do it the simple way. I like to find spots where there are lots of connections, and basically the longer the trend line the better, means that you have basically a bigger a more clear confirmation for the market trend. All right, so just select, let's just say price was not here yet, it wasn't here yet, and I just had connected this trend line between this higher low, this actually lower high over here, and this lower high also, and I found this, right? So I'm like, okay, so next thing the market's gonna do is probably gonna come down again, but I'll wait for the retest. So price just comes and retests again, and then shoots down, breaking, following the trend line, and then breaking this area of support. All right, so the next trend line is going to be the break, right? I have, so same thing again, I start with one connection to two connections over here, and then three, and then price just broke below. So you have one big selling candle over here, next one forms just below, and price keeps rejecting to make a new low. All right, so that is the break trend line. Usually what will happen here is you wait for the trend to make like a stop. You wait for price to make basically a confirmation for a maybe a support and resistance, and you start connecting all the tools that you have. All right, so candle here, so this is a resistance area. So price had rejected this area many times. It formed a confirmation here for a selling candle. So the next candle is also bearish. The third candle is also bearish. And then you have this trend line. So you have two options from this trend line. You could either reverse like we did over here, or you could break below, and then price will just keep going down. All right. The next trend line is the break with the retest. All right. So you have here that trend line coming from here. You have 1, 2, 3 retests, 4, and then price eventually broke above. So this candle is very bullish, and then next candle comes, pushes down, does a retest on this trend line, and then shoots up, breaking this previous high over here. All right, so this is the break with the retest. It's very, very simple. Also, you just have to wait for the pullback. Like in this case, I would be waiting for the pullback to this trend line, but it just had so much selling pressure that price just dropped below the trend line. On this one, you had to collect some more orders over here and then shoot up after market open, which is 954 right now. All right, so this is live market. So this is the video for the trend lines. It's very simple. It is a tool that was used 10 years ago and it's still used today, and it will keep being used until it gives you, enough confirmations for you to trade. All right, so thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe, and keep following for more.